They wear the badge and take an oath to protect and serve. But at the end of their career, some in law enforcement don't think they're getting back what they've put in. And that's partly because Georgia doesn't have a statewide retirement plan for them. I spoke with one local chief who is pushing to change that. When Grovetown Police Chief Jamie Kitchen isn't leading his officers, he's scratching his head.
The state of Georgia does not have a state law enforcement retirement. I don't mean just for state employees, I mean for law enforcement in general. And the issue and the reason I brought this up is every state that touches Georgia does.
Something he says doesn't add up.
For those of us in law enforcement and have been in law enforcement, I'm approaching 3 decades myself, this has always been something that has been repeatedly shot down or dismissed. Anytime it's been brought up, it's been, oh, that's never going to happen in Georgia. Kitchen
says there are plenty of models for state lawmakers to look into.
We're not reinventing the wheel. Go to any one of these states around here and ask them how you're doing it.
And District 125 Representative Gary Richardson agrees.
I think the average citizen probably is not even aware that there's not a statewide retirement plan.
As the legislative session continues, so will Representative Richardson's push for a statewide law enforcement retirement plan.
I am interested in seeing why we're not there. What is the issue? What is the holdup?
Kitchen says agencies are fighting to hire and retain qualified employees.
So if there has ever been a time to come to the table and say, what can we do to recruit these folks and bring folks back to law enforcement, offer something up that makes people say, you know what, I can do 25 years and then I can still retire as a young person, a fairly young man or young woman, and go do something else if I want to.
Ashley Campbell on your side. Now, there is the Peace Officer Annuity and Benefit Fund for all law enforcement in the state. After 30 years, you get $950 per month when you retire. The Georgia Sheriff's Association tells me that it's for the retirement fund, but says it comes down to having the funding to start it and keep it going. I have also reached out to Governor Kemp's office twice to get his stance. I'll let you know when I hear back. Meanwhile, Grovetown City Council is jumping on board with the push. Last night, Chief Kitchens went before Grovetown City Council. The council unanimously decided to create a resolution for that retirement plan. Mayor Gary Jones was absent. Kitchens spoke about why it matters for the future, not just for him.
If you have let's say you have a 25-year retirement, okay, and you have somebody that comes into an agency and says, I can make a career here, I can spend 25 years here, and maybe one day I can become a chief. You know, maybe one day I can make it to a chief deputy or a major or whatever. That person's going to be invested in that agency, which means they're going to be invested in that community. You know, so from a community policing standpoint, it's going to pay dividends because you're going to have somebody that is now has a vested interest in where they're at because they know that, hey, I can make a career here.
Council and Kitchen say passing the resolution is hopefully going to get the attention of state lawmakers and the governor.